because I think it clearly shows the IOC does need to strengthen its ethical criteria for future Olympics. And let's just remind ourselves as well, there's a local sponsorship deal with Dow for the stadium wrap. There's also an international sponsorship deal that's ongoing with the IOC for Dow Chemicals. I think it's absolutely right that that partnership should be urgently reviewed by the IOC. Let's just remind ourselves, and these are not just random figures from press releases, but the official figures, there were 3,787 deaths related to the Bhopal gas release, and the Indian government estimates a further 5,558, 125 injuries. Very, very serious impact that it had on people's lives. Now, Andrew Boff says, as others have argued as well, that Dow was not involved, Dow Chemicals was not involved at the time, that it didn't own the Bhopal plant at the time of the disaster, but it does now wholly own the company responsible, and it owns subsidiary companies who are implicated in ongoing groundwater contamination problems today. And I think, as Assembly Member Knight said, it would be a ridiculous situation if any company was absolved of any wrongdoing simply by the process of a takeover deal. That cannot be right, and we'd have a situation where few multinational companies could ever be held responsible for anything if you ignored all the subsidiaries and takeovers and mergers that take place across multinational companies. So Dow Chemicals does have a responsibility for this as the owner of the company that was responsible for that terrible disaster. The Olympic brand is being tarnished, and let's remind ourselves, I'm not a sports fanatic by any stretch of the imagination. I've been to one football match once in my life, age 5 I think, and that was enough for me. But there is genuine excitement and enthusiasm about the Olympic Games, but it's not just amongst people in this chamber and amongst campaigners, amongst ordinary Londoners across the city. I think there is a feeling that the Olympic Games is being tarnished, whether it's McDonald's providing the food, whether it's Dow Chemicals being a major sponsor, and I think there's an absolutely vital need to review the ethical criteria for future Olympics, that we don't repeat the same mistakes.